This is the Erica Synths Resonant Filterbank. It's so volatile, bipolar, and crazy that 1 minute you can be going from beautiful sounds to the next minute feeling like you've just summoned a demon from a portal. It's by far the most bipolar and unique effects box I've ever tried for synths, and there's really nothing else like it, but it's also not for everybody, and I'll tell you why. In this video, I'm gonna play the entire range of wild sounds this thing can do and show you just how unhinged it can actually get. Disclaimer as always, Erica Synths sent me Resonant Filterbank to check out. Take from that what you will, but now let's get started with a demo song that might just be my craziest one yet. So what the fuck even is this thing? At its most basic level, it's a desktop analog stereo filter bank with digital control over each of the 10 bands. So the easiest way to explain what a fixed filter bank does is by running noise through it. It sounds especially good when played through reverb. But what if we turn off our sample and run nothing through it? As you can hear, the filters easily go into self-oscillation, and you can do what's called no input mixing and perform on the filter bank by itself just as an instrument. This brings me to the heritage and history of this unit, which is inspired by the Surge Resonant EQ. What makes this design special is that the bands are tuned to major sevenths rather than standard octaves, which creates some really interesting intervals and allows for some really crazy resonant feedback loops. Filterbank has LFOs that can smoothly modulate all the different filter bands, creating some absolutely gorgeous swirling textures for your pads and strings like this. But its feedback circuits are where things get truly crazy and can completely destroy and transform that same patch. Alright, that was getting a little crazy on that ARP sound, but the coolest thing I've found is how the same Filterbank patch will react to different synth patches you throw in it. Check this out. I actually think that embracing this chaos from the feedback and using the Filterbank as a performance instrument is where it really shines. We've already heard examples of me performing the Filterbank with synths, with noise, with nothing at all, but one of the places I think it really shines is on drum machines. Learning to control the input and output gain paired with the resonance can create some really interesting textures like that 808 that we created out of just literally resonance on that drum pattern. I really appreciate how all in they went on all the features that digital control over analog filters gives you, such as macros, presets, morphing between patches, and my favorite, the envelope follower. Having an envelope follower in here is amazing on drum patterns where you only want certain drum hits to trigger the crazy feedback and resonance. It can even function as a pretty solid dynamic EQ, which is cool, but in classic Erica Synths fashion, I found this mode way more interesting when used incorrectly, and that's where this mode really shined for me. well, by now you can probably get an idea of just how crazy this thing can get and why me personally, I absolutely love this and it's gonna stay on my desk for a really long time. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's not for everyone and I'll explain why. The Resonant Filterbank is not a good first effects box for your hardware synthesizers. If you buy it expecting it to be like a reverb pedal where you can just slap it on everything and forget, you're going to be very disappointed and probably develop tinnitus. Speaking of which, it's very easy if you're not careful to absolutely blow your eardrums with this thing. So in my opinion, it's pretty much mandatory to play this thing into a compressor or limiter, or at the very least, something with gain staging control after, like that night verb you were seeing me use. But the other thing I said at the start of the video is true as well. This is by far the most unique and volatile and interesting effects box I've ever reviewed on this channel. So it's absolutely a specialist, and I understand it has a high price, so it's not going to be for everybody. But if you need this sound and you're interested by this crazy experimental box of analog goodness, then I highly recommend the Erica Synths Resonant Filterbank. But that's where I'll wrap things up for today. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the Resonant Filterbank? Too weird, too expensive, or is it just right for you? If you're gonna pick one up for yourself or anything else, please use my affiliate links in the video description. They really help me out and cost nothing extra for you. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.